2, 1.
Orange County Championship Wrestling presents the Royal Ramble on free admission with your hosts, Azrael and Mikey O'Shea. Take it away, gentlemen.
I am Azrael, and this weekend we are firing up for the show of shows, the showcase of the immortals. Of course, I am speaking about OCCW House Rules at the De La O Jiu-Jitsu School. There will be a plucky Japanese-looking contender taking on a vicious champion who is known to be phenomenal. That is, of course, me, Azrael, versus Drew Masters. And also, I am joined today by Patty McShay O'Houlihan, Fat Seamus, and Joey the Cow. How you doing, Joey?
Oh, my. Listen here, vampire. It's called Joey the Bull. I'm Joey the Bull. Get it right. Joey the Bull. What's up, everybody? Joey the Bull is back in town to make things happen. What's up, Mikey?
Hi. You keep going.
Well, I'm back on the mic. La Raza and I, we didn't work out. Unfortunately, they kicked me out of the group.
Your dream is ended. Back over the wall for you, Joey the Bull. Your green card has been pulled. You have no more employment here in OCCW. Back, I say.
Well, I'm sorry that can't happen because Tan Bears and I have the same native color. We're both Native Americans here. So hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Kick rocks.
Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this presentation has been brought to you by Tees No Evil. Live, die, live. Just make sure you wear T-shirts. Now, before we go on with the subjects of today, I'd like to publicly call out this coming Friday and Saturday. I will be in action, as well as this guy will be in action this coming Saturday. But first, Friday nights, I'll be coming back after a 3-week absence from Millennium Pro Wrestling. Yes, I'll be making my return, and I'll be bringing some boys with me. Freddie Flores and Ajoa too. Me and the boys, we kind of got sick and tired of 3 individuals. Actually, no, 4 individuals, but we'll be only taking on 3 come their big show May 14th. But yeah, April 14th, I apologize. This Friday, we're going after Malcor the Destroyer, Jimmy Mayhem, and Duke Bennett. In it's going to be a tag match this time around because we're going to have a 6-man tag come April 14th at the big show of Millennium Pro Wrestling. Then, this Saturday, we're going to have our next OCCW show, the day before WrestleMania. It's going to be House Rules. A bunch of OCCW students are going to prove themselves to everybody that they can go toe-to-toe in that ring. So, if you're not going to New Orleans and you're looking for some wrestling to enjoy, make sure you come to OCCW at Stanton Dello Jiu-Jitsu to enjoy a nice show right before the Super Bowl of professional wrestling, which is Sunday.
I have a question for you, Mikey O'Shea. I noticed this card is laden or heavily laden with graduates of your OCCW school, of which you were the main trainer. Can you tell us a little bit about the OCCW Wrestling School?
Okay, so we got, I believe, 4 individuals who graduated from they didn't graduate. They're still training, but they managed to actually have some actual wrestling matches.
They've graduated to the next level.
They are rookies now. They are no longer
students.
We got Freddie Helmuth, who is not a student. He's a guy who actually was with me since my very first day training myself nearly 10 years ago. He's going to be taking on one of the newcomers, Voodoo Masters, in a one-on-one competition. Then we got – actually, no, I think we're going to have 5 this time around because someone's actually going to make their debut at this show. We got B.A. Marcus Frey, who just made his debut a couple weeks ago for the OCCW Bushido Cup. He's going to be taking on – what's the individual's name?
Rudy Rogers.
Oh, he's going to be taking on Rudy.
That's correct. His original opponent washed out at the last moment.
Okay, never mind. So make that 4.
Remember the tiny Indian fella, the little one who knocks himself half stupid in every match?
Yeah, but that's not who I was talking about. But yeah.
He's talking about Rudy.
B.A. Marcus Frey will be taking on the former OCCW heavyweight champion, Rudy Rogers. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that match. Then we got La Raza, Freddie Flores, and the tag team partner who was our very first graduate at OCCW, Alexander Vega, will defend their tag team titles against a tag team who I believe is from what wrestling organization? Jonathan Malice?
I'm sorry?
And you tell me to pay attention.
I know I was watching what was going on
There's
there.
going to be a tag title match with
That's
LaRosa
right. I'm
taking
kidding.
on this tag team from what wrestling promotion?
I'm kidding. It was a super awesome showdown. That's going to be Dynamo and Kid Knight. These are two masked wrestlers coming from San Diego, right? And if you haven't had a chance to see Super Awesome Showdown, I highly recommend it. It's incredibly entertaining. It's a whole different spin. It puts the psychedelic back into pro wrestling.
Exactly. And then we also got another person from Super Awesome Showdown, a rematch, round 2 between our very own Auntie Heidi versus Hilda something witch.
Heiden.
Something
It's a
German.
mouthful, and so is she, boy. Howdy, I tell you that.
It's like an all-you-can-eat taco fest. Oh, sorry.
Yes. 100% vegan. She's a delightful woman. First of all, let's all point at the sign. The show of shows. All roads lead to house rules. Am I doing it right? Am I ready to be signed, everyone? Look, I'm Ronda Rousey. Angry face.
She was actually smiling.
Hurt face.
She was actually smiling.
Okay.
Stephanie
And I got
McMahon.
one word. I got one word for those rookies out there.
I'm
real quick.
fighting Stephanie at WrestleMania.
Now, for you rookies out there, for this
Oh,
show
there
this
she
Saturday,
is. The lovely woman.
let me tell you something. If I'm interviewing you, do not take the mic away from me, because my old teammate, Freddie freaking Flores, took the mic, shoved it back to my chest, very disrespectful. So when I'm interviewing you, have some respect, or the bull will just get wild.
Freddie Flores.
Freddie Flores.
Every time someone points at the WrestleMania sign, I take a shot. I plan to be dead by 6 o'clock this Sunday. Oh my God. Yes.
Okay, while we're on the topic of WrestleMania, all right, this question is from Mikey O'Shea. And we had discussed this over the course of the last couple of weeks. When I was a youngster, just getting into, I got into wrestling when I was, I want to say 13, maybe 12. Bob Backlund was still the champion. But I remember
How many years ago was that?
That was a long friggin' time ago. I want to say it was about 35 years ago. All right?
50.
No, it wasn't about 50, all right? My point is, I want to talk about a wrestling life without WrestleMania, all right? Before pay-per-view and before, there was nothing, right? I mean, there was no closed circuit TV for wrestling unless you were in that city, and the show was a sellout. When we first heard WrestleMania, it came on the heels of Hulkamania, and I just remember wondering where I was going to see this incredible matchup of Hulk Hogan and Mr. T with Jimmy Snuka in their corner against Roddy Piper, Paul Orndorff, and Ace or Bob Orton in their corner. And I remember looking everywhere in the newspapers, begging my mom to take me. She said, "Okay, I'll take you, but where is it?" And there was no way to see WrestleMania where I lived or anywhere nearby. And so that is my earliest WrestleMania memory.
And you had to fight off the Injun horde that was rampaging around outside your local
Around his
drinking hall.
forest he lived in.
It's a fun story with Grandpa. Joey the Bull, what was your favorite WrestleMania? You've seen probably all of them.
My favorite WrestleMania is when you had Roddy Piper versus Mr. T in a good old slug match.
It was a boxing match. That was WrestleMania 2.
That's what I'm talking about. Because, a man with a boxing background, that's what I loved. It was great. But, yeah, that was my favorite. One of my favorite moments right there.
What was your least favorite WrestleMania, Joey the Bull?
Least?
A low point.
Maybe a disappointed WrestleMania.
A disappointed low point.
Me, it was Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar WrestleMania 20.
That did not go well at all. They both did
I think it was disappointing for them, too.
Yes.
The biggest moment in that match for me, like me and my friends couldn't stop cracking up about when you could hear Brock Lesnar say out loud, "What the fuck do you want?" Like that was it. That was the biggest moment of that match.
Noted wordsmith, Brock Lesnar.
Wordsmith. What? Okay. So you saw the first WrestleMania live, Joe, or the second one live?
The second one.
Okay. Danny, what is your first memory of WrestleMania? What was the first WrestleMania you got to see live?
Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior.
That's
I was
WrestleMania
like,
6,
please
right?
stop that painted buffoon from hurting Hulk Hogan. It's crashing down and it hurts inside. I said my prayers. I did my training. I stayed in milk. I did my 8 hours of sleep. And I stayed out of drugs. And I love Hulk Hogan.
Didn't Ultimate Warrior try to say that Hulk Hogan died from a nosedive plane crash before the match even happened?
He said something to that
He said
effect.
a lot, but
cut
it
a
was a rocket ship. I believe it being a rocket ship firing him into the middle of the sun.
He cut a promo and like try to like kill him before the match even happened, so he can just automatically become WWE champion or something like that.
Something to that effect. It's some in unintelligible gibberish, which is what I think I told Danny this one. I'm sorry, Azrael this one day. The only time I ever cheered for the Ultimate Warrior was for him to go over on Hulk Hogan, because I despised both of them so much. I could not stand. They were an insult to my intelligence as a young man.
Hulk Hogan won the war in Iran. Hulk Hogan defeated at least 50 Iraqis. The same place. How is it any different? It's sand everywhere. Who cares? I also like Hulk Hogan's opinion on the colored folk. You know what I mean? I don't want him dating my daughter neither. You better have better rhymes. You better have better verses if you come next to Brooke, Hogan.
Or play basketball or something like that.
Joey, any final thoughts?
No, hey guys, I can't wait for this Saturday. I'll be doing your announcing on the microphone, the man back on the scene. Like I said, I dabbled in the whole manager, muscle, did what I did, learned my lesson, but I'm good at what I'm doing, and this is right here, my face right here. This is the home. This is me. This is Joey the Bull signing out.
You heard it here, folks. April 21st, the winner will become the new announcer for OCCW, Lex Icon versus Joey the Bull. Last man standing, 60-minute Iron Man match.
Come to the show, fool.
We talk about them will come to the show. People will love seeing me and Lex go at it.
I will die.
We want to thank you, Joey, and we are glad to have you with us. I mean, you're a great addition to OCCW, and I look forward to working with you for many years in the future.
Yes. Thank you very much, fellas.
Stay healthy,
Thank
my
you.
friend.
Thank you much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Matt.
Joey, of the bull people. You're full of bull, Joey.
Okay, so before we continue on with the stories about WrestleMania and whatever else we're going to be talking about tonight, let's bring in our next guest, someone that Azrael knows very well.
Rudy. Let it be Rudy. He's tiny.
Somebody else he's known very well.
I don't really have a lot of friends. Freddie Flores. I like Freddie Flores.
He had a match with him nearly 2 weeks ago.
Dynamo. Thank God. I love Dynamo.
Our very own OCCW heavyweight champion, Othello.
No, I didn't bring no gun.
And there's a reason why I'm sitting between these guys.
You put a beating on me that I will not soon forget.
You guys are going to fight. Just at least wait till after we get past an hour at this place.
How you doing, Azrael?
We're good on the whole slavery thing. We're fair and square now. Fair and square.
How you
That
doing
choke
over there,
slam,
man?
all the other 200 years before.
How you feeling after? Hey, how you feeling
Even.
after that beat now? Huh?
I've seen better days.
Did I beat the humility back in?
You got a beating like I got a whooping from
That's
my
right, I
old
know.
Irish
Hey,
grandmother.
that's what happens. That's what happens when you make me angry. You get beat down. You know what I'm saying?
You
know a little
got
bit
your
about that, I'm like,
reparations. You took your
Yeah.
piece of flesh from me. I took the whoopings. The white people and black people are now fair and square and even, and I don't want to hear about it no more. No more.
Yo, this is actually the next topic I wanted to talk
Irish
about.
people
Since
were oppressed too, by
since
the
it's
way.
very easy for bad guys to, try and get hatred compared to us good guys
I'm not being hated.
trying to be loved.
I have a
This
black
goes to our next
friend.
topic of the night. This past weekend, Impact Wrestling made their return to Northern California to combine their company with another company, BTW, to do a wrestling show in Northern California. And during that show, there was a tag match. I don't know who the contestants were that they were facing, but the two people that I want to talk about today, I forgot the guy who I want to talk about's name, but one of them, his tag partner, was it Carl
Fredericks. Look
Carl
at him,
Fredericks.
beautiful stallion
Yeah,
of a man.
that's not the guy I want to talk about.
He's like
It's
Rudy,
this-
but grown man.
Is this other guy, because, forgive me, I forgot his name already. See,
I don't think it's likely to come
in the
up.
world of professional wrestling, when you're a heel, sometimes you try to be very desperate to get people to hate you. And this guy kind of went a little too far with his trying to get hatred towards him. And not only did it backlash him towards the fans, it also backlashed with them towards the boys in the back. So, if you could play the clip, good sir. So, they're making their entrance during this match. And Carl Fredericks, you know, he tried to play along with some kid to make that kid hate him. But then the guy tried to take it to the next step, as you can see right here. So they're making their entrance.
Look how muscular Carl Fredericks is. Let me just point out the positives.
Where is this, Mike?
Northern California.
Yeah.
What's the name of the federation?
It was actually. Oh wait, hold on. So he's trying to he spit.
Oh, and it flew out of
He spit gum at the little girl, and the father was like,
stop.
That's right. Give it to him. Give it to him.
What I really love about this moment right here.
Lucky that wasn't my daughter. I'll tell you that much.
What I really love about this moment right here is when the father attacked the wrestler did absolutely nothing because even he knew he went too far right here. So he deserved this amount of pounding towards the face.
I completely disagree.
What?
You don't go after a pro wrestler because he spit gum at someone on the.
Are you a little girl? It was his daughter.
You know how many people have spit at my little girl, and I didn't. Well, none.
If that was my daughter, I don't even want to say because I'm going to incriminate myself. But man, if that was my daughter, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
All right, you know what? It's probably. What do you? Yeah, all right. You know what?
Hey, that's just something you don't do.
Happened?
I mean, just like you tell fans not to get into the ring. You don't put your hands on the fans. You don't spit at little girls. That's a big no-no. He lucky I wasn't in that locker room.
That's fair. Okay, I see your point. I stand corrected.
There's just some things you don't do to piss off fans.
That's right. I see.
Like adults is one thing. Kids.
Ethnic slurs are
little
okay
girl.
though, right?
I wouldn't condescend to spit on any of you people. That's my precious saliva in my mouth. You owe me at least $50 for every drop of sweat that comes off of Azrael.
Hey, I'm surprised.
You get none of me.
I'm surprised you can still talk after that
They find
beatdown.
your back page,
Very
that's
surprised.
I'm also surprised that I can walk and talk. You are a big, strong, athletic man, but also, you know what? I would be playing professional basketball if not for the likes of you. So I'm only in wrestling because of people like Othello.
So
I'd be
Mikey,
shooting layups.
See,
I'd be
believe it or
playing
not, I think
fundamental
that.
ball.
Believe it or not, I think that's fine. But if you spit at a little kid, then yeah, I think that's a little too
You
much.
think
So
That's
Mikey,
fine.
what
You
was
are a
what,
racist.
what was the fallout from that? What was the direct result right then? Do you know
I don't
what
know
happened?
the fallout.
You don't know if
I
the
know is the
promoter.
I got beat up and the other guy didn't.
All I know is that video spread like wildfire.
Yep.
And there's just some things you don't do in wrestling, and trying to get hatred like that's just stupid.
What are you willing to do for 300,000 views, O'Shea?
Am I gonna get that money from that 300,000 views from monetization?
Maybe. I
Moving
don't
along.
know. Make you an offer.
Othello, I don't know if you've heard or not. I'm sure you have, but WrestleMania is this weekend. What is one of your fondest WrestleMania memories?
Oh, it's easy for me. Ricky Steamboat versus the Macho Man, WrestleMania 3. Yeah.
Take us through that as a little Othello. When you and little Iago sitting there watching WrestleMania 3. What was going through your mind? Because I remember my mindset when that happened too.
5'10",
Right?
Yeah. The guy
Yeah.
from
Believe it or
Aladdin.
not, I was a short kid, man. Believe it or
5'10",
not.
200,
Iago,
210
Shakespeare.
pounds.
Probably like 5'2" or something like that. I don't know.
Take
5'2".
us through that. Take us through that.
Oh, well, for me, man, that was just a straight up masterpiece. I mean, just like the emotion, everything that went into it, like the back and forth, it was just a straight masterpiece, man. Like I was rooting hard for Ricky Steamboat.
Right?
And,
Right.
and it was at some point in that match, I thought he was going to lose it. Then when he pulled it off, when Animal still got involved, and he won that Intercontinental belt, man, that was amazing.
Mikey, that's one of the benchmarks for wrestling. Like when you hear, especially older guys talk about great matches, there's the Steamboat Flair matches. There's, the Steamboat Randy Savage matches. What are some of the other matches that people talk about that are some of the greatest matches of all time?
Well, before he did what he did 11 years ago, He Who Must Not Be Named versus Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 17. That was my very first WrestleMania I ever watched because I was a very late bloomer in professional wrestling.
Okay.
That was my favorite WrestleMania of everything because it was my first ever one, and it was not too long, it was not too short, it was just perfect right there. It was pretty much the end. Actually, I thought WrestleMania 18 was the end of the Attitude Era right there.
Okay.
But they were on their way out anyways because WWF's Attitude Era was at its peak in 1998, 1999. 2000, 2001 was still there, but not as much.
Right.
So I thought, that was an example right there for you. He Who Must Not Be Named versus Kurt Angle.
I'm gonna name him Chris
Benoit.
Yeah, that's a real tough I can see
It
both
is,
sides
it
of the
is.
coin on that.
Yeah, it
Another
is.
one. Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 21.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very-
What about was that a WrestleMania match
Hey,
with?
don't forget about Jericho versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 19. That was,
There we go.
yeah.
and
Butterbean versus Bart Gunn. Brawl for all. WrestleMania 15. Remember the storied rivalry of the left hook versus Bart
That
Gunn's
killed his
face.
career. That killed
Pretty
Bart
much,
Gunn's
killed
yeah.
his
career.
Yeah, that
neck.
was it. That was it.
That was it. He's not even in the Hall of Fame because of that shit.
Yeah, as soon as he walked through the curtain, we wish you the best in your future endeavors.
what about the match with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart? Was that a WrestleMania match? The
Oh,
one
yeah.
yeah,
13.
WrestleMania 13. Yeah.
1997.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That was when Ken Shamrock just got signed to the WWF.
I
Yep.
remember that. Danny. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, Othello. Back to WrestleMania. What's the worst match?
The worst match for me, Bam Bam Bigelow, Lawrence Taylor.
Oh God, that was terrible. WrestleMania 10.
For a main
Yeah.
event match,
No,
yes.
that was WrestleMania 11, and that was the main event. Oh, that was.
You didn't like Lawrence Taylor? You are not a supportive brother. You were not down with LT?
That was just a horrible match.
Aki Bono versus Big Show.
Oh, that was rough.
No,
Thank
that was
you.
actually
Yeah.
entertaining. though.
King
that was
versus
pretty
Michael
entertaining.
Cole. Okay, yeah,
No,
you
Michael
got me there.
Cole had a little bit of heat though, man. That was pretty entertaining. Everybody
What about
wanted
you,
to see him get beat down, man. He had some heat.
Nah, I can't. I can't with that guy.
Hey, listen, it was better than Bam Bam Bigelow. and
Man,
Lawrence
he was
Taylor.
dude. That video game that year, he was a DLC character, and nobody gave a crap
Who,
about buying
Michael
him.
Cole was a DLC.
He was a
Oh
DLC
my God,
character.
man. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Him and Jerry the King Lawler were DLC.
Let's say there's someone who's
WWE 12 THQ.
who's over 40 who doesn't play a lot of video games. Can you tell me what a DLC character?
Downloadable content.
Yeah, downloadable content. Basically, they
Because-
want you. They not only do they want you to buy the video game, but they want you to spend more money downloading stuff.
Because at least for some odd reason, video games can't be more than a standard video game can't be more than $60 unless they sell you like a deluxe edition or something
Yeah,
like
but
that.
if you add
so
up-
they get you with the DLC nowadays.
Yeah, that's like what, damn near 300.
Danny, you're
Probably.
Azrael. Your worst.
All of WrestleMania 9. Sweet God. It was on a tennis court. There was like 1,000 people there. It was by far. You know which one was good, though? WrestleMania 4 at Trump Tower. The citadel of God Emperor Trump in the height, the lap of his power. Dance for me, peasants. Fight for my whims.
The Royal Ramble would like to say that the views and opinions of Azrael are the views and opinions of Azrael only. They do not reflect the views or opinions of Tino Evil, the Royal Ramble, Orange County Championship Wrestling, Della O Jiu-Jitsu and Training Center, or anyone else in their right
And
mind.
Garden Grove,
Hey, listen.
California.
Don't mind this kid. He's just throwing a tantrum because he's not the world champion. You know what I mean? Talking
I
all that
deserve
crap.
That belt.
I'm
I
gonna
was
have the
born.
belt around my
You
waist.
probably did lose. You probably did lose half your brain from that choke slam he gave you that match.
You better back. Hey, you better back up, man. You know.
You've got a lot of bling on you these days. Don't make it spin or anything. Don't make the belt look stupid between
even
now
had
and the
your boy,
time I win
even
it.
had your boy jump into the match and still couldn't get the job done.
I had you pinned for a mighty 3 count.
no, you
if not
didn't.
for Fat
No, you
Tom
didn't.
Dupre
No, you
and
didn't.
his idiot stick counting,
no, you didn't.
I
No,
would
you
be
didn't.
champion.
Nah.
Tom, good to see you, buddy.
One.
Hey, congratulations on being our first ever referee. House rules.
House rules.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you're doing anything at House rules. You're the champion. Are
Well, I
you gonna do
will.
anything?
I will be there. You know, and you know me. I'm not ducking and dodging anybody. I always want to defend what I got. I will be there.
It's
You know
kinda
what I
hard
mean?
for-
But
it's kind of hard for a guy like you to duck.
well, I'm not dodging anybody. You
There
know
we
what
go,
I mean? I will be there. You know, hey, who's gonna step up to the challenge? Who's gonna step up?
Already got a
Who's
match.
gonna be my next victim? I know you don't want no more.
You know what?
I know
I'm
you don't
gonna
want
take
no
a
more.
break from dealing with you and your
Yeah, I know. Hey, if I
nonsense.
was you, I'll take a break from me too.
You know what? I have
if
a
I
message.
was you, I'll take a break from me too.
Azrael knows what it is
Hey,
to be
hey,
big
listen,
and
hey,
thick
listen, listen,
and
listen.
strong and long and black. Play the clip. Play the clip of me telling Andrew what I'm gonna do to him at House
Hey, how about we
Rules.
play the? Hey, how about we play the clip of me choke slamming him to hell? How about we play
Nobody.
that?
No, that's fake
You
news.
can catch that in a couple of
Fake
weeks at our
news.
OCCW YouTube channel. We're starting to upload the matches from the Bushido Cup as we speak.
Watch and be amazed. I'm on social media telling people how pretty I am.
I need everyone to know how attractive.
I am in my bathroom on my social media because I need everyone to know how attractive I am, but I am prohibited from showing you my maximum attractiveness due to the Puritan code of nudity on... You know what? These people don't run my life. I'm summoning the Dragon Zord. It's so big. It's so thick. It dangles between my legs. It fills me with confidence. And it's black even. Yes, it is my black belt. Yes. And on April 7th, at House Rules, Drew Masters, you are going to bow to your sensei.
That's what it takes. That is passion. That is sacrifice. That is the dedication that it takes to be a world champion.
Hey, I got money that says Drew Masters gonna put his foot all up in your ass.
I am gonna make Drew Masters my waifu on April 7th.
Our other students,
I'm taking bets on that.
Drew Masters will be taking on Azrael at the House Rules this coming Saturday at the OCCW Delo Jiu-Jitsu Dojo. So make sure you be there for some fascinating entertainment, and hopefully.
You trained him. You better have trained him right. He better be ready to do all the things. The burning
Hey, Drew. Hey, if you watching, don't worry about him, man. He all talk. He's soft. He all talk. You ain't listen. You got this. He ain't nothing.
Azrael is not soft. Azrael is hard. So hard. I'm hard all the time. 24/7.
Othello, do you have anything else to say before we gotta get somebody else in here?
Yeah. I don't have nothing to say. This does all the talking for me. Greatness personified. Remember that.
I have a question for
Don't pawn
Othello.
my belt between now and
Othello,
the 21st.
I know you. I know.
I
you had a match with Azrael. Did you get a chance to see any of the tournament that night at the Bushido Cup?
Oh no, I was.
And what your thoughts on Vintage Dragon winning that tournament?
Vintage who?
Vintage Dragon, he won the Bushido Cup.
Oh, I was celebrating my victory. I didn't.
He was
see
deep
any
in
of
a
that.
bottle of Henny at that point. I
didn't.
tell you what, Othello did not come to not pop bottles.
Hey,
at the Bushido Cup.
you right about that. I was popping bottles. I mean, hey, you should have been at the party, man. It went down.
I was drinking a fifth of whiskey and weeping.
Me and all the brothers. You know what I mean? Me and all the brothers taking out the white man. You know.
Oh, you know what? The Irish were oppressed too. God.
Oh, now you Irish.
So you don't have any opinion on Vintage Dragon's historic win at the first ever Bushido Cup?
I mean, I beat him too. I mean, he lucky I won in the tournament because there'd be no victory because I had the little sippy cup.
Hey, he'll beat him too. Yeah, okay. Othello, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you this Saturday at the House Rules.
Bye,
and,
loser.
See you soon.
Hey, you gonna see me soon?
You will take a whooping.
I think we might see Othello versus Azrael
Like.
round 2.
It's the precious.
OCW Heavyweight Champion Othello just left the building, and God be with you, good sir. I think
I don't believe in all that. Azrael makes his own luck.
Another match at House Rules is Heidi versus Hilda. You know what? We're great. I can't waiter version, whatever, Wiener Schnitzel, whatever the hell it is. We have Heidi
just
and
say Hilda.
Hilda. Heidi and Hilda. That match will be brought to you by Tino Evil.
I live again like a true vampire.
Okay, before we obviously bring, because I think she's going to come in. Here, Azrael, how about you switch with me real quick?
I'll be the meat in this sandwich.
Yeah. I'm going to come over here because, I need my, my distance, yes.
Show me on the doll where she touched you. Show me on the Mikey O'Shea plushie. Come on in, Heidi. We've missed you on the program.
Oh,
Jesus
hello, mate. How kind of you to have me on the show again.
Why do I get the feeling that eventually we're going to have a match?
Oh, you are a match, that's for sure. You should have swiped left on that one, boy. You were just going da-da-da-da-da-da-da, not paying attention. Oh, shit.
I got up plenty of fish
Match is
a few years ago, bro.
Match is a match. I see how you are.
And now
Any
that
port in
we're
a storm for Mikey O'Shea.
and now that we're matched, basically, It's going to be forever, mate, whether you like it or not. But aside from that, lovely bit of business. You had mentioned Hilda Wilderschwein. Am I not
Wilderschwein.
mistaken?
This is correct. You have a match with her at Haas Rules this weekend.
Ah, yes, yes. Oh, I cannot wait. Every ounce of me has been quaking in anticipation. Though, I do admit I got a little impatient, really.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
You know what? I'm into it a little bit. Yeah, I'll rub my. Oh, Jesus! The safety word is apricot. Apricot!
But yes, I got a little impatient, so I decided to pay her a little visit.
Very good, very good.
Oh, yes.
Have you wrestled Hilda before?
Wait, you paid Hilda a visit?
Yes.
Are you talking about the Bushido Cup?
No. Well, I did crash
Oh wait, is that her unibrow?
No, that's not the unibrow. I wouldn't touch the unibrow.
There was 2 girls in 1 Bushido cup.
No,
It's quite the endeavor on the internet.
I paid her.
Look that up.
I paid her a
Insert
visit
piano
while she was
music.
sleeping, and I decided to take a souvenir. Oh yes, and also, though she'll have words about that later. But yeah, I remember during the Bushido Cup when she had her time with Bully Zone.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, she tried to get over. She tried to get some attention from the people, but I decided to steal it from her. I didn't want her to have that thunder. No, I rushed in. I clocked her. I attempted to drag her away. Unfortunately, she was quite slippery. Slammed me face into the apron. It wasn't for the fact that I had Sedanvas over here. I probably would have ended horribly for me, but I managed to get the upper hand and drag her to the back. Oh, I remember you had to pry us off.
That's right, her here,
Oh,
folks. This
Zana.
Saturday, Hilda versus Auntie Heidi, April 7th at 6 p.m. at the Staten Dello Jiu-Jitsu School. That's not them, no, but we're just going to ignore the fact that we have Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax in the background. But
Point
yeah,
at it, though.
they're going to have
Point
this.
at it.
They're going to have this show somewhere over
Show
here.
it.
And then they're gonna eventually team up and take on the Bar for the tag team titles. Women versus men are gonna come back into realization.
Does Braun Strowman need a partner to win this match?
Technically, no, but I cannot wait to see his partner. He wanted to do the whole Brain Strowman thing as a gag, and then was it Kurt Hawkins who wanted to be his partner, only to be crashed through a wall?
Makes no sense.
That's why Braun is my favorite.
And Heidi, what was your favorite WrestleMania moment as a wee small child, and I assume England?
Oh, as a wee small child, back when she and I were in harmony with each other. Let's see. Oh, I remember it was WrestleMania 20, mate. I remember there was the Mr. Benoit did the crippler crossface against Mr. H, and then there was the return of the Dead Man gimmick. Oh, there was a lot of build up to that. I mean, the match wasn't really as great as I remembered it, but that build up, that atmosphere, when Kane kept insisting, "No, he's dead! He's bloody dead!" And every single moment, The Undertaker proved him wrong and broke him.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
Here's a question just coming in from Art. He wants to know if or how many WrestleManias any of you have attended live.
Sadly, none from me. I am not.
And what's the atmosphere like that there?
5. I've been to 5.
You were at WrestleMania 5?
lucky bastard.
I've been to 5 WrestleManias. Back in the day when I was just a fan, I would save up enough money to catch up with all my friends from the internet, and we would all get together and go watch WrestleMania in different states. Arizona, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. Yes, I did 25, 26, 27, 28, and because I had enough money for 2016, I joined for 32. All were great times. I say if any of them would be my favorites, it would be Miami, Florida, because we managed to get the hotel that every wrestling show was going to be on that wasn't WWE in that hotel ballroom. So yeah, that was the best experience, Miami, Florida.
and I've been to 27 of them. I am taking time out of my busy schedule this weekend to put a beating on Drew Masters. And I miss Louisiana. I miss the Big Easy. The Big Easy reminds me of your mother, O'Shea. There's a big party, and everyone's invited.
And
C'est le bon Baton Rouge.
And also, she's warm and wet.
Yes, down south there.
What is the atmosphere to a WrestleMania, Mike, versus a house show or just another pay-per-view or even like a Monday Night Raw?
What is the atmosphere?
How is it different?
It's freaking huge for one because it's at a football stadium, not a regular hockky or basketball stadium.
Well, they weren't all at giant stadiums. I mean, I went to WrestleMania at what was it? WrestleMania. I'm trying to remember.
Every year goes by, they get bigger and bigger.
There was only like 80,000 people on Earth at that point, John. There wasn't as big a crowd. Now the whole world's population could fit in the Silver Dome.
When Hulk Hogan won the title back from Sergeant Slaughter, we were at the LA Sports Arena, and I got to tell you, that was the most miserable friggin' live experience I've ever had to go through. It was cramped. The sports arena was like a giant mausoleum. And what's worse is Hulk Hogan went over and won the title. So that was pretty bad, too.
Heidi, point at the back. That's your school.
Oh, there we go.
You've done me a sweet kindness, mate.
Millennium Pro. Heidi knows about Millennium Pro.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, what you got going on at Millennium Pro this Friday?
Oh, it's still up in the air as to what's going to happen. Though lately we've had some trouble with the group Hate again. I've heard a rumor that we're gonna have a little blow off at the California Classic Rumble. That ought to be bloody
for the tag team titles, I'm assuming.
Oh yes, mate.
Yeah, because they took the tag team titles from you back in October.
Yes, they did. And it's not a matter of the titles this time. It's more like it feels like we want to get back what we lost, which was dignity, which was respect for ourselves. We want to bash them for the embarrassment that they put us through.
Yeah, I was there for that match. You got powerbombed to hell by Pinky.
Oh, yes, Pinky. Oh, as much as I didn't like the loss, that was a good powerbomb. Great quality.
Do you think Asuka or Charlotte Flair is going to win, Heidi?
Oh, Oscar. No doubt.
Okay, since we're going to talk about predictions and everything, let's now finally talk about the card at WrestleMania. Now,
I'm looking forward to this one.
So,
I'm also looking forward to this one. My God.
Let's pause every photo real quick so we can have a little discussion about their matches that are coming up.
Oh, yes. Actually,
now, I know all the
Alexa Bliss.
Now, I know all the pictures that we have aren't every single match at WrestleMania, but I have the card right here. Let's go with the preview match set first. We got Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Who do you think will win that Royal Rumble? That Battle Royal, I should say.
Dolph Ziggler.
I think Dolph Ziggler already has a match.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't have a match. Never mind. So, yeah, probably Dolph Ziggler. That sounds like a good guess.
Nah.
I'm going to go on a limb here. Heath Slater.
No, I don't even think he's in there either.
He is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Rhino and Heath Slater did a little promo about WrestleMania this Sunday.
Okay.
I don't know.
So Alexa Bliss or Nia Jax, Heidi? You know women intimately.
Well, I also know men as well. I'm not picky.
All right. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Super
Resistance
awkward.
is comical.
Okay, for the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, who do you have your eyes on?
Oh, I haven't really thought about it that much. I want Alexa Bliss to win versus Nia Jax because she's lovely. Let's see, who do we have in the?
Is there going to be any women's NXT by chance? They
Probably.
haven't said anything.
I haven't heard anything about that either.
I would go for like Peyton Royce if she's in it.
Peyton Royce?
Yeah.
Okay.
The iconic duel.
Yes.
Either one or the other.
Because they've been building it up this past couple of weeks, it's either going to be Bayley or Sasha Banks because they're not going to have a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. So my guess is going to be one of those two.
But I feel like they're going to throw each other out, and then that's going to build more, and then probably a SummerSlam match.
Probably.
That's what I'm going for.
That'll be a little too far for like.
They could still build it. But you know how it is.
Maybe for a championship match, but like a one-on-one regular match, I think it would be a little too far for SummerSlam.
I would like it because that would be a slow simmer until a build-up, as in just, hey, let's go fight. I'm old school, though.
Well, they've been building up for a couple of months already.
Really?
Since like the Royal Rumble, I believe.
It's been terrible.
What about you guys? I'm the only one talking here.
I hate women's wrestling with a violent passion that you cannot even imagine.
What
I
else
tuned
is
out
new?
15 minutes ago. I'd be peeing right now if I could get back in time, but I have other stuff to do.
Okay, what's the next
You-
one?
you-
Next, the last preview match so far, it's Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa
Ooh,
Ali
that's gonna be a
for
good
the
match.
to finally determine the new cruiserweight champion. Since Enzo Amore got fired from WWE.
I'm actually really excited for this one, even though it's going to be, sadly, a pre-show match.
Well, this is the first time they're going to have a cruiserweight title
No,
pre-show
this is
match. But
The second time.
I said this isn't the first time.
No, yeah.
But like I agree. I think it should be at WrestleMania itself. But you know, the WWE is not very fair with. They're actually they're not really fair with cruiserweights
No,
these
they're
days.
not at all. Who do you
And-
think is going to go over?
I'm going to say Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, they're building it up as that, but I wish Mustafa would be the one to win. His promos have been fantastic.
The way I look at it is this: either way, whoever goes over this match, they're eventually the person that didn't win the title will eventually win the title in the future. But one of them's got to go over, so I'm going to put my money on Cedric Alexander.
Yeah.
Now, onward and upward, everyone. Heidi, do you have any final words, any future plans, any anecdotes?
Oh yes, as sort of a kindness that I've promised to Logan Xavier and also some of the other people at MPW. I want to promote their bugger it. I want to
Botchamania.
promote their beginners courses. Basically, it's going to be for 12 weeks. You get to live your dream to become a pro wrestler, fellow worker like us. You get to punch people in the face, and people get to enjoy watching you punch people in the face.
Could you put the Millennium Pro Wrestling
There it is.
school flyer?
There's
There
the
we go. Yeah.
information.
Okay, basically there are 10 spots total. I believe there's 9 left, though. They may go quickly. But yes, $50 will reserve you a spot. You're going to have to pay $200 before the 1st of May.
Which, considering other wrestling schools, that's not very much.
Yes, I've seen Santino's prices. It's a good school, but it's like pretty expensive.
10 million pesos.
But if you live in Simi Valley, go to Millennium Pro. You're
Oh.
right. It's right there.
Get trained and then take a beating from Azrael.
Not to mention you'll be
Hopefully in
trained.
week 3.
Not to mention at least one day a week you'll be trained by people that came from Santino, such as the current MPW heavyweight champion Ray Rosas.
Oh yes, Ray Rosas. Skyfire is one of the instructors. Brolin Bo Cooper is another instructor. Danny Devine sometimes acts as an instructor. But yes, basically, if you want the classes begin June 2nd, Saturdays, 9 a.m. It's going to be for 12 weeks. Now, contact
That's pretty
Master
far.
Jason Flame if you're interested at 805-657-1775.
That's actually pretty far in advance. Do they have any classes any newbies can go into right now whilst they wait for June 2nd?
No, not currently. You would have to talk with Master Flame about that.
Master Flame. Okay, so make sure you contact Master Flame if you're looking to get training right away before you do the beginner's course.
And now we have reached the witching hour, Heidi. We have one more guest, Vintage Dragon, and he goes to bed early being a vintage dragon. So, Heidi, we will see you soon.
Oh, yes, I'll see you soon, too. Actually, you know what? This hair matches the color of your beard. If you don't mind my little, a little
I have a
visit.
weave.
While we're waiting for Vintage to come in, we hail and farewell Miss Heidi. Thank you so much.
Get out of here.
All right, we're going to go over some of the comments. Abigail Samaron,
God,
right, from Empower,
Oh, wait.
says, "What's up, Mikey O'Shea?"
who said that?
Abigail Samaron from Empower next door.
Hey, Abigail.
Next door to the
Heidi,
dojo.
he's cheating on you.
Let's,
You keep on making new Facebook profiles because this is like the third time you friend requested me. So I don't know what you do at the Facebook, but quit getting suspended if you don't mind because I'm getting tired of accepting your friend requests. Love you anyways, Abigail.
Lex Icon says, "Joey the Bull, you would lose in a match against me."
Who?
So,
Lex Icon?
Yes.
Dude, we gotta do it. End of the world.
Bill Lee Mofford
First person to fall down
says,
wins.
"Let's throw Joey the Bull in the ring."
That will be a death match
Bill
by
Lee-
heart attack.
Let's see. Freddie Flores says he hates Azrael.
Freddie Flores, you are a picky man. You are a fickle, fickle human being.
Steve Dodge wants to see Mikey versus Othello again. Let's see.
Someday.
Let's see. Paul Stitz says WrestleMania 11. Bully Zone says Roman versus Taker. Horrible match.
That was a horrible match?
Butch Reed versus Coco B. Where WrestleMania 3.
I remember that one. That was terrible.
Fabiano Mendoza says, that's my cousin's husband. Fabiano Mendoza, anybody? No? Okay. Christina Nicole.
I don't want to hear from any of these people. I want to hear from Vintage Dragon.
She says,
Vintage Dragon.
Azrael, you look like an abused placenta sac after the last match.
That's disgusting.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds awful
That's
negative
very
to me.
descriptive. You wonder why I hate you people. You boo me, but I boo you and your filthy mannerisms. You fat bunch of sweat hog big fans sit there with your slack jaws and like 5 teeth in the whole building. 27 of you came in about 3 cars. You boo me, I boo you. You had every opportunity to vote for someone to raise minimum wage. You built a big concrete wall like a bunch of morons, and you're gonna boo me. You know what I want to hear from Vintage Dragon? Please come in and save me from these people and their idiocies.
Green light.
Finally, a man of some kind of prestige. You have a trophy. You must be good at something. The switch. How come you wrestled each other? Why are you friends?
Because it was sportsmanship, unlike you.
That makes no sense to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bushido winner of 2018, Vintage Dragon.
Vintage, let me be the first to congratulate you and thank you on agreeing to show up and congratulate you on winning the Bushido Cup. I wanted to get your side of the story on what happened and how it went down, and let's take it from a match-by-match basis. In the first round, you were up against
B.A. Marcus Frey.
Take it from there.
Yeah, B.A. Marcus Frey, I believe that was his first official match, right?
First official one-on-one singles competitional match.
To start off, it's always a pleasure. No, I don't think it's blocking my beautiful face. No, it's not. All right, we're good. It's always a pleasure to be somebody's first, and you can take that in any way you can.
Yes, it's a memorable experience.
You can agree with me on that, right?
Boy, howdy.
Yeah, there you go.
Many times.
I knew you would. Being Marcus Frey, out of the gate, that guy came at me like a freaking bull. Took my damn head off. Definitely strong, Definitely he's got some potential. Wherever he's getting his teaching and his schooling from is obviously from OCCW, but his instructors are obviously doing a good job. However,
I believe him to be naturally talented. And full of potential.
Mikey,
More potential than Mikey O'Shea, that's for sure.
What's up?
I believe you trained him,
Yes,
or had a hand in it.
I helped him. I have a hand in it.
Yeah,
Mikey O'Shea is his main instructor, yes.
Well, like I said, the guy had a good idea, and it's what do you do when you're in the ring with a dragon? You come at him hard and fast.
Exactly.
You enter
And-
the dragon. Sometimes,
Especially with the dragon with a lot of experience.
And he did that, but just like you said, experience, and that's what cost him in the end.
Well, obviously, yeah.
He
That was bound to happen.
he got a little overzealous, a little, showboated a little too much, realizing that's my job to showboat, and it cost him. One super kick later, 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and I was in the second round.
You live and you learn.
Live and you learn. So BA, you gave me all you had. It wasn't enough, but don't take this as a loss. Totally, man. Learn from it, and maybe you'll progress.
Okay, and Mikey, your first match was against
Drew Masters.
Drew Masters. Real quick, take us through that one.
Drew Masters thinks of me as a senpai, is what he would say. A teacher. Sensei?
You would be senpai.
Sensei,
He
okay.
thinks of you as Godzilla, and he is Tokyo. And you smash him in Bushido Cup.
At the very beginning of the match, the guy tried to hold his punches on me, so I had to smack him a couple of times to actually tell him, hey, if you want to actually beat me, you better throw everything you got at me. So he tried. But like I said, experience with Vince Dragon with B.A. Marcus Frey, he had to live and learn from his loss as well.
So what'd you wind up finishing him with?
My gunslinger.
Your gunslinger. Okay,
Swinging Uranagi.
So that takes us to the second round with Vintage coming up against
I know all about the gunslinger, but we'll get to that.
Vintage. You came up against who in the second round?
Freddie Flores.
Freddie Flores, who I'm no stranger to, actually. We had a encounter at the previous event. I forget the name of it. I'm sorry.
Heartbreak City.
At Heartbreak City, we had a tag team match, a great match with Von Dunes versus La Raza. They took the the underhanded way out. However, I like to think that I got my retribution, and one notch for the Von Dooms on that one. Freddie Flores again, he tried to out-wrestle me, got outdone. You gave me everything you had, and in the end, I'm sorry, I'm La Raza, or it doesn't matter what ethnicity you are.
What?
It just
It kind of matters.
when you're in the ring with me, it doesn't matter
Why?
because
Are you like Puerto Rican? No, I don't know. I don't know. Like,
Smell a potential match coming on in the future.
You know what? Hold on.
Are you
Just for a
also-
second, you know what? Let's take a moment to clear the air here for the world, okay?
Puerto Rican.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Mexicans, even the Mino-speaking ones,
Like Vega.
yeah, that guy. I love him. I love you guys. Nothing but love for you. However, I am not Mexican.
Samoa.
Okay? Do I look?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I wish I was 6'5". Okay.
Maybe you're the little one.
But no, I am from a small island off the coast of Nicaragua called Isla de Maíz. Okay, that's where I'm from. Central America, Nicaragua. Can you even say that?
So, is you Chinese or Japanese?
You keep talking like that, you're gonna have no knees.
Oh.
God damn! That was pretty good.
I'm
Okay.
curious. Why is it vintage dragon? Were you ever brand new dragon, fresh out of the box dragon? How is
You know what? No. I wasn't. Interesting story.
Tell me this tale of interest. I want to know the birth of the dragon.
All right. Well, we'll make the long story short. I still hadn't had my first match, though I had gear. Don't ask me why. I had gear with dragon prints on it and everything. I've always loved dragons ever since I was a little kid. They're majestic animals. I've always been just amazed by dragons.
Not real.
They're real. They're real. Don't ever say that to me. Don't ever say that to me.
Pushing his buttons. I'm not safe for
So-
you either.
Anyways, I'm at a show helping, tear up and set up a ring. I was there as a ring crew. A guy did, no show. So the promoter comes up to me, tells me, "Hey, you got your gear?" I said, "Yeah." "You got a name?"
But I don't take choke slams.
So the guy asked me, do I have my gear? I said, "Yes." Do you have a name? I said, "No." He stands there, looks at me for a second, goes, "I'll be back in 5 minutes. Think of one." Walks away, and I'm here frantically trying to think of a name because we all want that catchy name, right? We all want the catchy name right off the bat. And obviously I took my love for dragons and also Ultimo Dragon and Ricky Steamboat, who are two of my idols in this business, and I try to emulate their style in the ring whenever I can. And then the other one, I'm a big fan of The Undertaker as well. And for some reason, Michael Cole's, I know you're not a big Michael Cole fan, but he just got into my head, and all I heard was vintage Undertaker, and
Only when it comes to wrestling matches. I don't mind him being on a commentator, but taking a spot at WrestleMania 27, come on.
That's true. I
You got
agree with
Vintage
that.
Dragon.
So yeah, at the moment the promoter was coming back, he said, "You got a name?" I'm thinking about it. I said, "Yes, Vintage Dragon." He said, "Okay, your first match, get ready," and that was the birth.
So what did you wind up finishing
Freddie Flores.
with? Yes,
It was a combination of a super kick and 6-star swanton.
6 stars. Okay, so that puts Mikey O'Shea against Max Ammo in the semifinal round.
That was I honestly, considering Max Ammo and who he was, I was not expecting it to be that quick. But the guy Pearl Harbored me at the beginning of the match, and that just straight up just pissed me off. That, and I think he got rocked pretty hard in the back of the head against Freddie Helmuth when he was taking on Rudy Rogers. So yeah, I think the combination of me being pissed off and the combinations of him having a concussion in the last match made our match end in less than a minute. So yeah, I had a breather, unlike this guy. So yeah. That was pretty quick.
So that's the final up. We had Vintage Dragon against Mikey O'Shea for the Bushido Cup. What were you looking to do going in, Mikey O'Shea to Dragon? Dragon, what were you looking to do to beat Mikey O'Shea?
Well, to start off, to build on what he said, the fact that he had a breather. I think in the back of all of our minds, when we're in an 8-man single elimination tournament, we're all hoping that the next guy wears that guy down for you for the next round. Unfortunately, that didn't happen for me. You know, Mikey went in there and he did a quick job of max ammo. And when I heard that bell ring, I was just warming up again, and my eyes opened up.
You just got done with B.A. Marcus Frey. You just got done with them.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. It was actually, sorry, you had 2 matches before us. So, like, Freddie, it was actually you and Freddie Flores that didn't get a freaking breather before your guys' match. Like, so, yeah.
Sometimes Mikey O'Shea finishes really quickly. There ain't no shame in it. You know, you got excited. All the people around, and you just boom.
So you got plenty of other time to do other things. You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Get the hell away from me!
Must be his personality. So how would you feel about wrestling Mikey O'Shea? I mean, he's really, really heavy, very girthy man.
Yeah, you should know.
Hoisting him for stuff is difficult. Yes.
It's not the first time that I've been in the ring with Mikey O'Shea. When I debuted for OCCW, in fact, my first match was against Mikey O'Shea.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and we had a phenomenal match. He was the better man that night. And turnaround is fair play. 2 years later, I was the better man at the Bushido Cup.
Not only were you the better man, you had more of a beatdown than I took that night before we took each other on, and you still got the better of me. I ain't gonna deny that. We were the better man. But the fact of the matter is, we made that crowd enjoy what they saw, and that's what all that matters.
The crowd was really, really appreciative of your match. They really enjoyed it. They even threw streamers in the ring at the end of the night. All of the Ring of Honor.
We got PWG'd that night.
You people did not throw any streamers in my match. Is it because of Othello? You don't like Othello, do you? You must love Azrael.
It's because you hit a 14-year-old girl with a chair before your match against Othello.
She was lipping off for weeks and weeks. She's like, I can beat you. I can make you tap. Come to my quinceañera. And I'm like, no, I'm busy. I'm busy that Saturday. And now she leaves me alone because she knows how dangerous I am. I lured her in like a spider into my web. The mind games were playing, and I outsmarted that 14-year-old girl like ain't no 14-year-old girl ever been outsmarted. And whack right with the chair, because I'm a true genius of a man. And a master of karate. Vintage Dragon, are you also a master of karate? Being from the island with the, dragon thing?
Vintage, can you tell us what's next for OCC, or what's next for you? Where can we see you next this week and in the near future?
Oh, well, actually this week, this Friday night, Vendetta Pro Wrestling in Santa Maria is going to be presenting April Cruel's Day, and I'll actually be taking on Buddy Royal one-on-one. It's a very heated rivalry between us. It's long from finished, and this has been going on for a while, and it's no secret at this point that him and I really don't like each other. I mean, this is a shoot, people. We don't like each other. It's to the point where we have to be kept apart from each other if we're in the same locker room, or kept entirely in different rooms, because our situation has become that volatile. And I think that comes from a mutual understanding that we both want to be the best. He wants to be the first one. I want to be the only one. He wants to be the best. I want to be the greatest.
You're jealous of Buddy Royal and his technical wrestling prowess. He wears the singlet, he does the headlock and the go behind. I've seen him. I've seen all the Classic Connection matches.
He doesn't wear a singlet.
I've seen some of Classic Connections matches. I've occasionally seen wrestling matches.
And tell us about what's next for you in that cup in OCCW.
What's next for OCCW is, well, after my win, I'm putting the entire locker room on notice. Everyone.
Notice. I think you're a big man now, huh?
Hey.
Jesus
You're
Christ.
not going to do this again, Othello.
Hey,
You're not going to do this
We
again.
didn't even get done with the WrestleMania prediction.
Security!
WrestleMania prediction.
You know what?
You win the Bushido Cup, right? You win the Bushido Cup, and now you
Jesus
just
Christ.
storm.
Jesus Christ.
Calm down.
Before we end this match, this is what I'm going to say. Roman Reigns beats Brock Lesnar. The Usos defend their tag team titles, retain. And then we got, I think John Cena will beat The Undertaker.
When he's high, he's very quiet, but when he drinks, that's. Let me just put it to you this way: if you ever see on your news feed and he's just posting lyrics,
Yeah.
that's when he's on one of his little binges. He's just like,
Oh my.
Never stopped you from joining me in those binges.
hey,
You were singing along to them Backstreet Boys.
I always remember the Lucha Pro shows. I would come and he would sometimes bring me a disposable hookah vape.
oh,
And yeah, I would use that during my match. I took on Mr. Impact one time, and when we had the double down, Bill Chew threw the vape at me, and I started smoking it, and I started hulking up. And now, oh yeah, can we put the WrestleMania 34 wallpaper in the background?
Can I switch over to that chair?
I think she's
I'm sorry?
coming back. I'm not sure.
Oh, we are? Oh shit!
Oh, we're live. And botch, we're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this special edition of the Royal Ramble. We were about to give away our WrestleMania 34 predictions, but unfortunately we almost had a close encounter of the third kind with Vintage Dragon and Othello and Azrael. So yeah, it looks to me that the new Bushido Cup winner, Vintage Dragon, might have some words with Othello after Othello and Azrael get done with their matches at the future events. But yeah, I said what I made a promise. I said what I was going to do. What?
That's Sam Knight.
That was B.A. Marcus Frey. But he does look like Sam Knight, right?
I've been saying it.
But yeah,
Can we
I
call
made
him
a
an equal to
promise.
Sam Knight?
We're going to talk about WrestleMania predictions, and we're going to do it right now. So, we talked about it a little bit, but I didn't get your guys' predictions. We have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. What do you guys think? Sandra, come in.
You know, the Andre Battle Royal, that's been a tough one. It's just every guy that has won it in the past is not the guy you thought was going to win. And I know that kind of sounds like a little paradox, but it's just
Who won it last year? Do you know, guys?
It was Baron.
No, that was 2016.
Mojo.
There we go. First was Big Show, then was Baron Corbin, then was Mojo. I think, I said this already, but I think they're going to pull a swerve, especially after his performance at the Royal Rumble this past year. I'm going to say Heath Slater's going to get the victory. I say they're going to do exactly what they should have done with Damian Sandow at the very first Andre the Giant Battle Royal and give it to him.
It's just a mess though, because like, why is Baron and Mojo in it if they won it already?
Because they have nothing else to do with Baron Corbin. He won his United States title, he ran with it, and this is the best they can offer
He's
him.
us champion, and they should have had him.
it's
It's
a classic case of trying to get everybody on the show.
Yeah, but that just defeats the purpose. To me, like it just lowers down what the tournament is supposed to be. Like it's supposed to be something to elevate.
Maybe it could be
those
punishment.
middle card
Maybe
people.
it could be punishment. I believe Baron Corbin had a habit of running his mouth too much on Twitter.
Who doesn't?
Not on Twitter, but on Facebook. Then we got WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Who do you think we're going to take that?
I didn't get my option.
Oh, sorry. Well, who do you think is going to win? I'm sorry.
Honestly, I think this is where they're gonna bring out Bray Wyatt repackaged.
Okay. Because is Matt Hardy going to be in the Battle Royal?
Yes, actually,
There we go. That might be it.
that's who I.
It's either that
Jeff.
or another celebrity
Matt
moment.
Hardy,
Celebrity moment like Drew Carey?
No, like Gronkowski in the last one.
Oh, God.
or maybe Jeff
Shaquille
Jarrett.
O'Neal.
Jeff Jarrett could come back.
LeBron James versus Big Show.
No!
LeBron James versus Big Show. I'm calling it.
No more athletes.
Oh,
And you, sir, did you have a prediction of who might win the Battle Royal?
Everybody scoop.
I really don't have a prediction for that. I really don't. It's really up in the air on that one.
Absolutely. Second preview match, Women's Royal Battle Royal,
Another mess.
formerly known as the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal. Yeah. My prediction was Sasha Banks and or Bailey. Maybe they might have a double elimination at the very end.
Bret Hart, Lex Luger moment?
Yeah. No. Big Show, The Rock.
No, because then The Rock actually ended up touching Pete first.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Sorry, I kept thinking about the Royal Rumble after that. Lex Luger and Bret Hart. You're right. Sorry. I kept thinking of British Bulldog, and I believe it was Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
I want an NXT like women to win, because it's like we have a handful of women that already need to be in the main roster. Like
Whoever wins gets brought up.
Yep. Give it to the iconic duel.
That's what they should invent: an NXT Battle Royal at WrestleMania. Whoever wins gets.
Well, the thing is they're gonna.
Then they got the freaking.
They already
match.
automatically, they once WrestleMania is over, and then you get both the Raw and SmackDown.
Yes.
After Mania, that's when we start getting the so and so is just went from NXT to this side and all that.
I
so
think it's more just the Raw. The SmackDown is more like the cool down period.
I actually have been enjoying SmackDown than I've been enjoying Raw as of late, because a lot more people are having chances to make something out of themselves than they would on Raw. For example, love him or hate him, Jinder Mahal. That guy worked really hard to get to where he is, and the fact, and whether he becomes a main eventer ever again after losing the title to AJ Styles, nobody can ever take that away from him. He was the WWE champion.
That's true.
And like you said, no suspension, no trouble, didn't run his mouth. He just lost. Simple as that.
Yeah. And now, anything at the Women's Battle Royal?
I'll agree with you as far as Bailey and Sasha goes.
They're the comfortable, the safe bets.
Yeah, the safe bet.
The safe
However,
bet.
I've always had a soft spot in my heart for Alicia Fox.
Yes.
And I think it's.
She just got cleared too.
Her time is just.
Yeah.
Her comeuppance and her kudos are past due. You know.
What?
She deserves a lot more than what she's getting, and she's been there for what, over 10 years?
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
I went to a house show at Honda Center this past December, and she had a phenomenal match against Asuka. Like, she brought to Asuka. It literally felt like a pay-per-view match. That's what she brought. Of course, Asuka got the win because she's undefeated, and there's a reason why she's undefeated. But yeah, Alicia Fox, very underrated compared to a lot of women wrestlers in wrestling right now. So I would totally agree with that.
I just think give Alicia Fox just a little bit of
a rub. Then she had the Divas title like once, and it was like short. So like, so like it's about time for her to get something better than that. Considering the fact she's been there for a long time. I mean, Natalia, she won the SmackDown Women's title after not having a women's title run for a very long time as well. So maybe Alicia Fox should deserve a rub. You know what I mean, for paying her dues for so long. How about you, sir?
Yeah, I said I'm going with the Bret Hart double elimination thing between Sasha and
Bailey.
And most likely, maybe, you know what, you guys can settle it out in the match during the actual event.
Gotcha. And you said someone from NXT.
Yeah. So somebody like the iconic duel, maybe Peyton, since she's the more known out of both of them.
If I would say anybody from NXT, selfishly, I would say Candice LeRae because she's one of our own.
Yeah.
But, anyways,
but she still needs to stay in NXT for a while.
Probably.
Wouldn't hurt to appear, though.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we also talked about this: Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
Can't wait
My
for
take
that
was Cedric
one.
Alexander. You, sir?
Definitely Cedric.
Cedric.
Going with Cedric.
All right, you, sir?
I want to go with Ali.
Okay. That is a phenomenal. What is it? A 630?
I just love watching him perform in the ring. Honestly, he's one of the good guys out there.
Both are phenomenal.
And I don't want to compare it, but he kind of reminds me of a younger T.J. Perkins.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I said before, whoever wins this match and becomes the champion, the other person that doesn't win eventually will get the title. So either way, they're both going to be champion by the time they're done with WWE. I like to assuming they don't get in trouble like some other people. But yeah, my take is going to be Cedric Alexander because I feel like he's got the better vibe compared to Mustafa Ali right now.
I don't know. Have you seen those promos that Mustafa has done?
And
his promos are just legit right now.
Then he might take the title himself.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be probably a potential match of the night contender.
If Ali wins, I buy you tacos.
Okay. Now I'm going to skip these next two matches because they're pretty much like the main event of the show. The Miz versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor.
Balor.
Yeah, Balor's taking that belt because the Miz just had his lovely child.
He's going home.
He's gonna be gone for a couple of months.
And he's held on to that title for like so many times. I feel like he now needs to go towards the WWE title at this point.
I kind of wanted him to stick with the belt because if I remember, he's a couple of weeks short from breaking I think it was Jericho's range. He's gonna be like the top guy who's
Probably.
owned that IC title for.
How many days would that be?
I'm not sure what it
I
is.
think it was Honky Tonk held it for 14 months.
Yeah,
So how far would he be away? About what?
I think he's like about a month or two.
Just shy.
Like they were trying to get him to keep that belt to go over the record, but since he had his kid, you know, they might have to just have him drop it. And Finn Balor is just a good person to take that belt and elevate it a little more. I don't know. Probably
I feel
keep it
like
the same.
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna say Finn Balor is gonna take the title because I feel like Seth Rollins has been like given so many title opportunities and he's been like champion a lot of times.
Yeah.
Finn Balor, since coming back from injury, has still yet to become a champion again.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a good way to get back in the right direction
Yeah,
to go after that
exactly.
Universal title.
Yeah, it works out fine
Because
for him.
if Finn Balor got signed a few years later, he probably would have been stuck in the cruiserweight division. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Finn Balor. You, sir?
I'm gonna have to go based on his performance on Raw a few weeks back, and that's Seth Rollins. He went an hour on Raw, and I mean, nobody thought he was gonna get past Cena. You know, getting past Reigns is one thing, but defeating Cena and then going on to a third match, obviously ended up losing. Based on that performance, I think that they're trying to get Rollins. He doesn't. I don't think he really needs it.
Yeah.
But I think they're trying to get him back on that winning track as far as WrestleMania main eventers go.
Yeah.
And trying to get him back into that title picture.
See, the only thing that concerns me about that is
Hey,
that
we just found out the Biz actually did beat Honky Tonk Man's.
already.
Yeah, he already did.
Okay, then he could just
Probably
drop the
losing.
belt. Yep, he drops the belt, and
Congratulations,
that's it. Yeah.
Moving
that's
along.
it.
Seth
Stop
Rollins.
making Marine movies. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's it.
And what were you guys talking about with Seth Rollins?
I just believe Seth Rollins is going to take it at WrestleMania, and with Miz, you know, taking
Yeah.
his leave for a bit, I think they're going to start doing something with Rollins and
Finn Balor.
But
Balor, yeah.
for me, Seth has to have some sort of a feud with what's his name?
Ambrose.
No, not Ambrose. He's still
He ain't
he's
gonna be-
still
he ain't
out.
gonna be
Yeah,
here
he's
for a
gonna be-
while.
But for
Thinking
Roman
about turning him heel.
for the title, because the thing is they're gonna keep that title on Roman for a while.
Well, that's
So
what we
they're
said.
gonna have
That was
people-
what we said at WrestleMania 32, and he lost in like 2 months.
Yeah. But the thing is right now, who do you think would be the next person to take that title off of him?
From Roman? I would say.
Strowman.
Strowman's good, but he's
I don't know if they're
not
going to do it
quite
with
there
Strowman
yet.
yet.
Yeah.
Elias.
So I'm
I think
thinking
Elias will do. I mean,
We'll probably take it
Elias
from Reigns.
still needs like a
I think
year
Elias
or
will
two.
be Intercontinental title first.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
People
So
get skipped from the Intercontinental title and do the heavyweight title all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like, I always believe in the Bret Hart way. Win the secondary title, then go out to the heavyweight title.
Yeah.
But, you know, some
Wasn't that
people
way
get...
before they used to do it that way. Whoever won the Intercontinental title was pretty much in line next for WWE.
Yes.
yeah.
But, you know, I feel like they shouldn't give somebody like Elias too much too soon. Like, when they did that with Kevin Owens, and they did that with CM Punk, when they get too much too soon,
Yeah.
look what happens.
Look-
Like, what else is there
Yeah.
left to do except, you
Poor-
know, shoot on their
Yeah.
own company?
Yeah, and if you watch that what is it, the documentary they did of Kevin Owens?
Yes.
It's very sad. It's just that part with
So, in conclusion,
it's bad.
I'm Finn Balor, you're Seth Rollins. What are you?
Finn.
Finn. We got 3 Finns and 1 Seth Rollins. God bless you, sir. All right, so next match, Fatal 4-Way United States title match. Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Jinder Mahal, and Rusev. This is actually kind of a toughie.
Yeah.
Because I don't see Randy Orton holding on to the title for very long.
No, he
So
just needed that.
my idea is
home
either
run and that
Jinder
was it.
or Rusev. And if I was WWE, I would say Rusev. No?
I think Bobby Roode's taking that belt back again
Yeah?
because then it starts with the
NXT
it
guys.
starts back up again with the Bobby Roode and Jinder Mahal feud.
Feud?
Which sucks because I would rather have Rusev take that belt because the way he elevated that belt when he owned it twice was amazing. He went to WrestleMania in a tank with the U.S. title.
But
How can you
Jinder
not get
Mahal
better than
and
that?
Rusev are working together right now, right?
No,
They're not?
no.
I thought they were working together.
They did a tag team match. Like Rusev ended up getting added to that match last week.
Oh, because somebody got hurt. Oh, one of the Singh brothers couldn't work, so he got Rusev to work well.
I'd say, I mean, to me, I would say, I'm going to go with Rusev because he is like the new Daniel Bryan right now.
He's selling a lot of merch.
Of WWE. So I'd say he wins the title, and then Aiden English gets jealous, betrays him, and they have like a little feud together after he has a little feud with Jinder Mahal. That's the way I look at it.
And then Aiden English
I
gets
don't like
fired.
that because then Adam's going to get buried, and then we
Because
won't see him
the reason
ever
why
again.
the reason why I don't say Bobby Roode is because the guy is reaching his age up there. He's 40. So I really think they're going to put Bobby Roode in the WWE title contention. But, like, he's only got so many years left, so you might as well get him while he's still at his peak.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like he has United States title run, and I feel like it's time for him to go after the heavyweight title, much like because you only got so many years in your body. And Bobby Roode has wrestled for a very long time.
Yeah, but the thing is, too, is that his character between NXT and right now is a mess. His NXT character was amazing work.
He needs to be a
elevated
heel.
himself. Yeah.
He's better off as a heel than a face.
Yeah, and that's how I feel that if they give him the title back again, then if he's lucky, if they build him up that way, then he could go heel with that title.
Maybe I would say maybe Rusev could win the title. Bobby Roode could go after it, and the switch is Midget Mania. What's the next one?
You know what? I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know off the top of my head.
And I'm very sorry, Vintage. Who do you think will win in the Fatal 4-Way match?
I think I'm gonna go with Rusev as well.
Okay.
Yeah, he's hot right now.
I know.
So
I know, but he's been hot for how many years? And they still don't push him, which is
no.
Well, the sad thing is they're pushing him a lot better than they were with Zack Ryder when Zack Ryder was hot.
That is true.
I think, but Zack Ryder was more of a
Rusev has been
professional.
hot, but he's had his moments where he was a little stagnant.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't doing nothing, or they weren't really doing anything with him.
Yeah.
But right now, it's kind of like he hasn't been repackaged, but he's been unveiled once again. I don't know if that makes sense.
He was reborn.
Yeah, he was reborn.
He's like the Okada.
You know, and he's hot once again.
Yeah.
In a fresh way for him. So I think this might be his ticket to
I hope
back
so.
to the top.
Yeah. The fan me wants Rusev, but I always have what I call the Vince McMahon mentality.
Yeah.
So then I know I'm just like, yeah, Bobby's gonna probably take it.
If you're going with Vince McMahon mentality, then I would have to say Jinder Mahal.
I don't know. It's been pretty bad now for gender as well too.
Yeah.
So Rusev,
Rude or Rusev?
Bob. The Bob.
Bobby Roode. Okay, so next match on the card, we got Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for the Raw's Women's Championship. So I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to think, because Alexa Bliss has been the champion for a very long time, my prediction is Nia Jax is going to win it, only for Alexa Bliss to eventually win it back, whether it's a day from now, a month from now, or a few months from now. I feel like Nia Jax is going to take the title at WrestleMania, and I feel like Alexa Bliss is going to eventually get it back, because there's no other better heel right now that can get over with the crowd as a brat than Alexa Bliss.
She has that title she's had that title way too long, and I feel like somebody else needs it.
I kind of disagree with that a little bit. I mean, other than the fact that I'm an Alexa Bliss fan, but
so am I, bro.
I think, right?
She does good work. Good character work.
I think, I believe that if she retains at WrestleMania, that will cement her place in WWE.
Okay.
For forever, for good,
Yeah.
as being a top contender, a constant main eventer, and I mean, look at all the heels in the past at WrestleMania that have retained their titles, they haven't diminished, they haven't floundered, and in fact, it's helped their careers.
Okay.
Perfect example, The Miz, when he retained his title against John Cena at WrestleMania, and that kept him at that level, he doesn't have to be in the heavyweight title picture.
Yeah.
He can be, in the mid card title, but it's like the door's open for him anytime he wants to step out of the Intercontinental title and go right back into heavyweight contention. You know, so that's my thought on that. I mean, as far as Alexa Bliss goes, I believe that she's going to retain the title, and if she does, it'll permanently, you know, cement her place in WWE history, and perhaps the following Raw, then she'll drop the title.
Maybe that. Kind of like what AJ Lee did after WrestleMania 30. She lost to Paige the very next day.
Yeah.
So you got Alexa. I got Nia. What you got?
Carmella.
Oh shit, that's right. Hey. We can say that. That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
wow.
right. That's right. You got me there. You got me
on that one.
I feel like she would go more for. I feel like she would go more for the Charlotte Flair and Asuka.
That's already on a lock. We all know that Asuka is taking that title.
If you think about it, what would make a bigger impact for her? Coming out and either beating, you know, Bliss or Nia Jax, or after Asuka takes the title from Charlotte Flair and she comes in and cashes in.
That
will put Carmella immediately from wherever she's at right now, because she's kind of like just, you know, in
there with the briefcase.
In limbo, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's in limbo.
Here's the thing though. Asuka is not losing anytime soon. It doesn't even matter if you put her even in a tag match. She's never eating a pin. She's never gonna submit. She's basically the Goldberg of the women's right now.
But she can actually have long matches.
Yeah, that's true.
Good matches.
And good matches. So the situation that we have here, who had the belt or the briefcase in the men's? Baron. What happened to Baron?
Baron won the United States title.
No.
Cena screwed him over.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yeah, that's right.
So we already had a cash-in that was failed. So Carmella has to be a successful cash-in. So what better way to doing it than having her maybe have Alexa win, doing it like you said.
Carmella turns babyface and beats Alexa.
And then just a quick 1, 2, 3, she won.
If she does that,
and even that could even be built as the Raw.
They better not make her look babyface, because if she cashes in and beats Alexa, if Alexa retains that title, if Carmella goes in and beats her for the title, Carmella better still be heel, because there's no way in hell she's gonna be a babyface out of Alexa.
Well, no. The thing is that
popularity.
when it comes to that situation, it's just an opportunistic thing. Where it's just like, oh, it doesn't matter if you're a heel or face. I'm just going to do the quick 1, 2, 3. I won the belt. Peace out. And then that's when you could have it where if you want to have a match for Carmella, then Carmella could just easily drop that belt anytime soon.
That's the whole point of the briefcase.
Yeah.
Find your opportunity, find your moment, that sweet spot where you can, cash in successfully.
Yeah. And even that, like, she could win that belt at Raw instead of they don't want her to kind of ruin the moment for WrestleMania, then night after Raw,
that's not true. Look what happened with Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins had it for a while.
No, but they ruined the WrestleMania moment for him to come in and catch.
I actually was happy that he saved the match from something that was a snooze fest.
I'm saying, like,
between Brock Lesnar and Roman. I was really into that match because they were really punching the shit out of each other. I was in the match. I don't give a shit what anyone else.
I'm not saying that he ruined it for fans or wrestlers. I'm saying he ruined it for Brock Lesnar. Storyline wise.
Yeah.
He ruined it for Brock Lesnar. And
how did he ruin it? He made him come out like he didn't lose the title, but he didn't win either.
Did Brock Lesnar walk out with the title?
He walked out with a big ass check.
Did he walk out with the title? No. So his moment was ruined.
But he hasn't.
So it's one of those things where I just feel that Carmella, she's gonna be one of those where it's like, well, we can't have her go over both Asuka and Charlotte, so let's just get her over there. And that's going to make her go to Raw. She could keep that belt for probably not even a week. You could have her drop that belt anytime soon. Especially when, like I said, you're having all these NXT women that are going to be coming soon,
Trying to, I love this topic, but we don't want to take too much time on it.
Let's go to the next one.
Bliss, Nia.
Cash in.
Cash in.
Cash in.
Cash in. Okay, so moving on. Next women's match: Charlotte Flair versus Asuka.
Do we?
I mean, honestly, I honestly feel like Asuka's gonna lose. I feel like they're gonna, because what other women wrestler can compete against Asuka right now besides Charlotte Flair? I feel like they need to make it an even battleground a little bit and have Charlotte at least beat Asuka. That's why, because Asuka's been like undefeated longer than Bill Goldberg, for God's sakes, now. And like longer than any like former WWE superstar that went to TNA, for God's sakes, right now. So I think Asuka finally, her streak has been like for far too long, and I feel like this is the time for her to finally lose at the grand stage of Le Mans.
She's gonna keep
because
that
eventually
going.
she's gonna win. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. She eventually is gonna win the title, whether it's the SmackDown or the Raws. But I feel like, has any undefeated streak ever been beaten at WrestleMania?
Taker's,
Really?
I'm not speaking.
The door is over there.
God damn it! I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about wrestling every single night, all year long. I'm not talking about the WrestleMania undefeated streak. I'm talking about your full-on WWE undefeated streak.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Nope. So I feel like Charlotte will take it, and then Carmella will cash it in.
I'm going to slightly agree with that. I'm going to say Asuka's going to beat Charlotte Flair, which I think it should be Charlotte going over. But Asuka's going to beat her, and then the cash-in. In either respect, Asuka's reign is going to end. Her streak will end at WrestleMania, one way or another.
No,
Asuka.
Asuka. Yeah.
I already know.
Asuka, yeah.
I know.
The whole storyline with
with her.
Asuka.
You gonna go with me? All right. So cash in, Charlotte, or you think? Wait, you said you think Asuka's gonna win?
You know what?
Cash in.
Cash in, cash in, cash in, Asuka.
Asuka.
All right. Moving along. Triple threat tag team title match on SmackDown: Usos, New Day, and the Bludgeon Brothers.
Bludgeon Brothers.
So,
Mikey's original tag team name.
huh? My original tag team name?
Yeah.
With who?
Who anybody you squashed?
Anybody squashed? What was my tag team partner?
Rudy.
Oh shit. We actually didn't win that many times. We actually lost
You
a
guys
lot.
still got over.
Anyways, who do you think is going to win this match?
Bludgeons.
Legends?
They're building him up. As much how I like I like their wrestling amongst both of the guys, but I hate the gimmick. I just the whole costume and the hammers and all that. It's just too.
It's lazy repackaging.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's just a white.
Alexander Hammerstone is absolutely pissed about them coming out there with them small little hammers.
They're so tiny. And then what was it like last week? They came running out with their hammers and they're just trying to bang them. I'm like, no, you're doing this wrong.
I am going to go on a limb here and say the Usos will retain. I think they're going to keep it going.
That's almost as bad as somebody coming out with a plastic bat with plastic barbed wire and red marker blood on it, and trying to intimidate people with that. But that's another promotion. That's another
Mr. California?
No.
We said promotion.
Seems typical of him.
We
but
said
this is-
promotion. Somewhere that pays.
Oh, Negan from Walking Dead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I had the Usos. Who you got?
I'm not too crazy about it, but I'm gonna agree with her and say the Bludgeons.
Bludgeons?
Yeah,
Bludgeons?
It's too much.
They're building them to be like
too
these
much heel
monsters.
New Day heel turn? I don't think that's a good idea.
Nope.
WWE is all about one
AJ,
thing.
get out of the room.
WWE is all about one thing and one thing alone.
With him,
Making
the streak.
You know what I was talking about? Shut up.
I'm gonna ride home. Kick me out again.
WWE is all about making money.
Yeah.
And New Day sells merch. If they make them heel, that's going to hurt their merchandise sales. Same goes with John Cena ever becoming heel. That would just hurt the merchandise sales. That's the way I look at it. I don't see New Day being heels. It just doesn't work for me. But hey, everyone has their own opinion.
Yeah.
No, I feel like they're gonna go over it.
Oh. Okay, so New Day, Uso, bludgeon. Okay. Next, Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey versus Triple H, Stephanie McMahon. Ronda Rousey, Kurt Angle.
Next. Do we need a?
I'm not even touching that one.
Is anybody?
We don't want to do McMahon ego stroke.
The only thing I want to say is I hope after this show, Ronda Rousey will actually try and wrestle on a regular time basis.
I'm so nervous.
I hope they don't Brock Lesnar her and only make her wrestle during pay-per-views. I hope they actually let her go out there and actually wrestle.
I hope so too.
Matches.
Because I'm scared for her to be her first match ever live and being a WrestleMania. Has she been doing house shows? No.
I don't know.
She's been doing. She did when they were having that fight at the Hardy compound. She was cutting something inside the ring.
Oh wow.
She was actually getting physical during their match.
Well.
She has. Nevertheless,
I'm nervous. I'm very nervous.
This is no brainer. Freaking
Stephanie can't carry her to a match.
You know what? No. Don't underestimate Stephanie.
No.
Okay, don't underestimate Stephanie. What was the last match? The shit was it SummerSlam?
She could take a table
with
like
the
a boss.
Against Brie.
Yeah, she carried her. It was Stephanie in that match. I mean, a lot of people knock Stephanie, but you know what? For someone who's not a constant in-ring performer, when she ever does do her thing, like she did at SummerSlam a few years back, it was good. I was surprised with what she did and what she pulled off. And I'm picky.
All right. No, that's fine.
Hey, Shane's not a full-time performer too, and I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's the McMahon blood.
But honestly, I don't want to see. I really hope, because for some reason when you think they're gonna win, all of a sudden the McMahons win out of nowhere. So
yeah, that's true. It is Triple H we're talking about.
Instagram, everybody. Okay, I pray to God it's not going to be like Triple H versus Sting. It's going to be at Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey tapping them out.
Yeah,
armbar, ankle lock, simultaneously.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be.
So then we got Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Another. That one has to be Daniel Bryan.
Definitely Bryan and Shane.
I just hope Shane doesn't die from anything else.
He survived the helicopter crash. I think he can take another jump from the table.
He just needs to stop doing table spots. Because
that's his thing.
Just in general, he took a Roman spike and almost killed himself.
That's like telling RVD not to kick you in the head with a chair.
I'm gonna go on a limb here, and I'm gonna say Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens pinning Shane McMahon.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan still staying. Daniel Bryan still staying strong. So they can build it up for future matches after WrestleMania.
Shane McMahon gets fired as commissioner.
Oh, if Shane McMahon loses, he gets fired as commissioner?
I think that's a stipulation.
I'm changing my prediction. Yes, I'm also going with
tag team. If Owens and Zayn win, they will be rehired to SmackDown. Yeah, they're gonna win.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a stipulation then?
Yeah, but
yeah, because they were fired.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then they're gonna. Never mind. They're gonna go over.
They're going over. Shane's gonna get pinned, like you said, to make him look strong. Shane gets fired.
Vintage.
People need me.
Kukui.
What else is new?
Do what you gotta do, sir. You're a popular guy. All right. Then we have the final two matches. So I'm gonna go with the one that I would love to be the main event, but I doubt it's gonna be the main event. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I am going to go on a limb here. It's going to be just like New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win the title.
Yeah.
I feel like it's time for Shinsuke to have a title run.
Shinsuke is going to be taking that belt because it's like AJ's hurt, so he needs to go out. He needs to go bye-bye for a couple of months.
Being as old as AJ is, too.
Yeah. So that's how...
I think they're going to have a fantastic match, but I'm going to say, I'm going to say Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win the title.
Shinsuke.
Selfishly, I want AJ to win because
it's going to be a fantastic match.
I've loved AJ since I watched him back in 2005 when I started watching TNA.
Right.
But I feel like Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win the match.
Yeah.
So Shinsuke.
Yeah.
3 Shinsuke's, and then
sodas, please.
So before we talk about this one, it hasn't been announced, but I feel like there's still going to be something there. Undertaker, John Cena, one way or the other. I don't know if it's going to be a match. I think it's just going to be a segment.
I just hope that they do what John Cena keeps talking about, where he's like, I just want to be a fan, and just have him sit
The front row.
and give him like the 14 row, the one that's like the worst one where the lights are kind of hitting your face and you're doing this the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Just popcorn on one hand, nachos on the other,
I
the
think
soda on the ground.
Or he'll
just
pull,
enjoying
or he'll
it.
pull Kevin Nash and WCW Thunder. Oh well, I'm still under contract, so I have to do something that's useful. So I'm going to commentate this entire show.
Oh God, he better not.
Who knows? He might show up, be like, you know what? They wanted me to. I wanted to work. I wanted to be a fan. Why don't I host? You know, I just did that with the Kids' Choice Award a couple of weeks ago.
Oh God, that's right.
You know, why don't I try hosting this? I mean, The Rock would do it.
Maybe he might host, and maybe it'll be like Rowan versus The Rock, 10 seconds match. Undertaker comes out, bell rings, ding, ding, ding. Tombstone out of nowhere, 1, 2, 3.
American.
It has to be
American
biker.
Badass.
Yeah.
American Badass gimmick. Kid Rock plays his intro.
Oh God,
We take it off from
that's
there.
right, Hall of Fame, Kid Rock.
And then to the no, there you go. He finishes off the Hall of Fame introduction.
When is Fred Durst going to be in the Hall of Fame?
That's who I wanted him. I wanted him.
I want
to do
Fred
it.
Durst and Kid Rock being in the Hall of Fame. God damn it!
Kid Rock looks
Fred
like
Durst has
a.
been there maybe twice.
Doesn't
Kid
matter.
Rock has been there.
But he was
constantly.
also a secret character at SmackDown. Just Bring It.
Yes.
Kid Rock has never
So
been.
was
A,
El Chupacabras in a sense.
Kid Rock has never been a secret character in a WWF video game. Fred Durst was.
Yeah.
Hashtag Fred Durst Hall of Fame. Okay.
I'm with you on that.
Now here we are, main event time, because I feel like this is going to be the main event because it's safe to say.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
Roman,
Do I even?
but they're gonna let them go.
So,
Brock Lesnar.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles.
Shinsuke.
Okay, we're
Okay.
all four Shinsuke's.
He's gonna wear his jacket that day.
Moving along. Oh, wait, before we talk about the main event, sorry, I totally forgot. The Bar versus
D-Bar.
Braun Strowman.
Strowman.
That's twice.
But here's the thing.
Twice. people.
Who's gonna be Braun Strowman's tag team partner?
My name
Big
is
Show.
Elias.
Nathan Jones returns.
Jesus.
No. He's filming that new Schwarzenegger movie.
Oh yeah, huh?
I'm going to say Big Show.
I'm saying Kurt Hawkins.
Oh, shit.
That's gonna be his.
I say
His-
Dean Ambrose.
Heath Slater.
Just to run in, let him win the match, and then just walks back out.
Rhino.
Ah.
Goldberg comes back.
No, wait, no.
The
'cause
streak. The streak will start again.
But wasn't he supposed to be in the Battle Royal?
S.A. Rios.
Name's Mr. Aguilar now.
The return of Spike Dudley.
You've met him.
He's
Oh,
S.A.
that'd be
Rios for all I know.
good.
I
That
have
would
met
be
him?
good.
He was over there with UIPW a couple times.
I don't remember
He
seeing
was the
him.
dude with the spiky ass hair in the middle.
Fuck, I don't know.
The
Sorry.
return of Virgil. So
Okay.
people can actually buy his photos at the comic conventions.
No,
Alberto Del
no one
Rio.
other than Mike will buy.
Okay,
it.
so we all agree Strowman.
Yeah.
I just want to throw in that twist. He's gonna bring out either an OG legend, a guy who was injured and just pop in to help him win.
Jeff Hardy.
If we could-
No.
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 I'm telling you.
My idea, I'm gonna be comfortable about this and say Big Show because Big Show was on his way back anyway. So two big guys, tag team champions, it makes sense.
I'm telling you. If you were kind of looking at the dirt sheets,
Kind of like the Kane and Big Show of
Alberto Del Rio was talking to Vince McMahon
Ah.
about coming back.
He can't. Well, he's got a match.
Alberto Del Rio.
Whether he's coming back or not, he's got a match. He's got he has to honor his commitments to Impact Wrestling.
He don't
take on
care.
Austin Aries at a
It's
pay-per-view coming
Alberto,
up at the
though.
end of April.
He doesn't give a.
I don't know.
EC3 didn't do that.
But anyways, moving on.
There you go. Maybe buy somebody from NXT.
Oh shit.
He brings up somebody from NXT. To
That would be perfect.
Big
That would-
Damo? Killing Dame?
No
Adam
way,
Cole?
Jose.
Oh!
Oh god. Moving on to the main events, the final match: Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar?
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, they're not gonna give it to Reigns. I don't think they're gonna give him that closure of beating Lesnar at a WrestleMania. They're gonna put all the hints and all the little clues and all the little. They're gonna dangle every single carrot they possibly can in front of it. I mean, to the fans. But in the end, Lesnar's gonna beat him.
Okay. You, sir?
I feel like Reigns is gonna win, but it's not gonna be one of those in the ring wins. It's gonna be one of those we're gonna fight all over the stage and the audience break certain property value kind of thing. Paul Heyman gets hurt in the process, kind of matches.
Given that Brock has already have some sort of a contract with what's this promotion?
Dana White, UFC.
Yeah. It's like
because I feel like Brock Lesnar wants to go back there before
Yeah.
he gets too old.
Yeah.
So
you know who I'm gonna say? Carmella cashes in.
She hit the pin, didn't she?
So I'm gonna say Survivor Series 2002.
What is that?
When he took on Big Show and Paul Heyman betrayed him
Yeah.
and took Big Show's side. Because I think when Brock Lesnar goes to UFC, maybe I'm sure Paul Heyman will follow him maybe to because he's they work together. But I feel like Paul Heyman will still be on a contract with WWE. So I'm going to say betrayal, help Roman win the title, Roman becomes heel.
And you know what?
Probably unlikely, but that's the perfect scenario.
That Paul Heyman would be the perfect mouthpiece for Roman Reigns. Yes, you hit it right on the nail. I mean, right on the head.
The thing is
Roman needs it.
No.
Because you can only say fake ass bitch for so long.
But the thing is that
I've
Roman
been saying it all my life.
Roman actually knows how to cut promos. It's just he doesn't know how to read promos. He knows how to gimmick things. Like
Christopher Walken did.
yeah, that's true. But it's just one of those things where I don't know. I feel like Paul Heyman's going out the door as well too.
So we got Brock Lesnar. I got Roman.
Carmella.
Shut up.
That'd be awesome.
And what do you got?
What?
What you got?
What?
Roman or Brock?
I just told you.
What was it?
Roman, but with like
Roman, okay. Roman with a screw job? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm talking about it's gonna be one of those like main events where they're gonna be fighting everywhere but the ring.
WCW Backstage Brawl, available for the N64 and PlayStation 1, in case you're interested in playing some wrestling video games that have nothing to do with the wrestling ring.
Save your receipt.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was our predictions for WrestleMania 34. Thank you for joining this special episode, but I wanted to talk about it because I wanted to actually speak about it, and here we are. It's done. So we hope you guys enjoy WrestleMania no matter what. Please enjoy whatever wrestling shows you're going to go to this weekend. And remember, if you're in the area, please come and check us out at OCCW House Rules at Staten, California. And we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday for another edition of the Royal Ramble. Have a wonderful day.
Pay and know your pets.
Who's going to turn
it? It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet.
Who's turning it off?
What?
I got to turn it off.
Okay, let's talk about NXT TakeOver now.
How do you end this live video?
No idea.
Live video. Boom.
Push the red button.
Got it.
Have a good time, they told me. Have a good time.
Oh, wait. I got to end the stream here, too.
Duh.
Stop stream.